I'm writing this because I can't hold it inside anymore. I'm a 36-year-old man. And yes, I'm that guy who got cheated on. Only worse, she cheated on me with my own brother. It wasn't an impulse, not a mistake, not an accident. It went on for years, longer than our marriage, longer than our children have been alive. When I learned the truth, it felt like being hit in the head with something heavy. Not pain, just numbness. A hollow ringing in my ears. But the pain came later, when the family took his side. He's only human. Don't destroy the family over emotions. You're the older one. You should be wiser. Wiser? Two people closest to me betrayed me. And somehow I was the one made guilty. Classic. Something snapped inside me then. Not like in movies. No yelling, no revenge, no drama. Just destruction and silence. I did one single thing. I told the truth. Straightforward. Calm, no hysteria, no embellishments, just facts. To my parents, to relatives, to mutual friends, to their family, her in-laws, to colleagues. Truth is a frightening thing. It doesn't kill directly, but it burns everything around it. The family split apart. My brother lost his job. Not because of me, but because the affair leaked into his workplace. My wife lost the support of her relatives. Almost everyone turned away from her. I didn't do anything aggressive. I just stopped protecting their lie. And when everything collapsed, I realized I couldn't stay in that country anymore. Too many ghosts. I sold everything. The house, the car, my business share. And I left for Tokyo. It looked like an act of desperation, but at the same time, it felt like the first free decision I had made in years. I didn't know Japanese. I didn't know anyone in the city. All I had was a suitcase, a bank account, and the feeling that I could finally breathe. Even if it was cold air of loneliness, it was mine. I rented a small apartment in Shinagawa, started working remotely, and accidentally ended up at a local car meet at the Daikoku Futo parking area. That's when I first saw Japanese drifting, not on YouTube, but in real life. Cars sliding sideways in white smoke, the smell of clutch, the roar of turbos, laughter behind helmet visors. I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Air, deep, real, tearing through my chest. That's where I met her, Ayano. She wasn't a drift girl, not a model, not an influencer. She worked as a mechanic in her father's small garage on the outskirts of the city. Her hands smelled like oil and metal, and her voice was soft and calm, not like people who try to crush you with words. We met when I asked her to help tune my old Sylvia S15. She listened to my story in silence. She didn't interrupt. She didn't pity me. She simply said, sometimes people drift not to compete, but to return to a place where they can breathe. And it hit the exact spot. Drifting became my Mexico. You know that meme? Mexico. A place everyone escapes to when they want no cameras, no rules, only road. Well, Japan became my Mexico. I drifted in Hakone, in the Niigata Hills, in the old industrial parking lots under Kawasaki. Every time the car swung sideways, every time the rear broke loose, every time the wall passed just 3 centimeters from the door, I felt alive. I felt the past losing its hold on me. Ayano sometimes sat beside me, sometimes stood at the roadside holding a flashlight, sometimes just waited in the garage with tea and a quiet smile. She didn't save me. She simply became someone who doesn't cause pain. And that was enough. Now, I'm writing this post at night. The window is open. Tokyo is humming. My Sylvia is parked under the building. Ayano is sleeping on the futon, wrapped up to her chin. It still hurts. Sometimes I wake up expecting to hear a voice from the past. Sometimes I think I have nothing left to build. But then I take my keys, drive into the empty night streets, and hear the turbo spool. And I understand. I didn't run away. I simply chose a place where I could live again. I get it. Some of you may believe this story is fiction. Maybe that's easier to accept. But I made my choice, and I told you my story the only way I could. Honestly, thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. Feel free to write in the comments what you think about all of this.